There is a huge investment being made to make a play for the center of gravity of communities around the world, to pull them into extremist camps and to mobilize cumulative extremisms.
Every Muslim at every attack says, well, this is not our Islam. This is not what majority Muslims believe in. I say, well, okay, so what are we doing promoting the majority Muslim view? That's where I come in. It's also, we said, okay, it's not just good enough putting this on social media. You have to actually go and talk to the kids. Where we take a message, whether it's our diversity, whether it's freedom of speech, or issues such as suicide bombing as an Islamic principle, we say plainly, they go to hell. You have to create that critical space and a safe space, which the mayor was talking about, Mr. Gassetti, whereby they can feel comfortable to talk to you. That's a big problem. Foundations get it. But then again, because of the controversy of the issue, they don't get us. To get to compete with ISIS and Al-Qaeda in propaganda value, we need resources. We can interdict, we can exterminate, but if the ideology is let alone and not unmolested, they can always recruit.
And I love government, but they're ineffective. They don't have the innovative spirit, the risk-taking. They don't have the ability to evolve. They have interagency processes. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, they don't have interagency processes. They're very straightforward. They do what they need to do and they get it done. And that's a real disadvantage to government. There's a hunger out there, but there just isn't enough of that connection. And organizations like Gen Next help make those connections. We bring the right people to the table. When needed, you bring resources.
If you use the word Islamic radicalism, you've lost me, you've lost my community. It's that simple. My community feels stigmatized, it's alienated, and dealing with the government is actually seen as a negative rather than a plus. So whenever you talk about extremism and terrorism, what they do is they automatically shut down their minds. They say, he's one of them. He's just going to come here and tell us we're the bad people. Other nations have figured this out, and they're working on it, while we are trying to still define what the issue is.
Top-down, government-driven CVE is bound to fail. Nobody even believes that. I don't think anyone here believes that the government is going to prescribe to communities what they should do. Educating and informing the people as to what exactly is going on, I think is the first and most important step to how you start to get away from the slanders, the mischaracterization of what is radicalization, what is CVE.
You cannot kill your way through this. They can win the battlefield, the physical battlefield. There's got to be focus placed on the war of ideas.
7 out of 10 kids say this message that we talked about in the classroom or in the mosque or at the youth center or at the park or at the library has impacted their lives and they will use it. But only 2 out of 10 kids have actually said they will ever go look for these messages. 10 out of 10 kids have seen ISIS or Al-Qaeda videos. That's the reality.
You don't match hate by creating more and more and more. What you do is you be strategic. You put the right messages out there and you inspire others to create their own messages. You do it organically.
The strategy piece is missing when we talk about measuring successes, because actually we're not very good at setting the objectives very clearly. Market by market, city by city, what is the change that we want to achieve within what time frame? And then let's collectively get around those objectives and let's measure ourselves against them.